Hello. So we have some big news to talk about. So they are buffing Thea again. Like they gave her a buff like probably a year and a half ago, and then when they added Ascension abilities, like or probably maybe it's 2 years ago, like then they added more Ascension abilities. They gave them to Thea, right? They actually gave her a buff before the Ascension, and then they gave her Ascension abilities. So she got a couple of really big buffs that honestly made her pretty much the second best healer in the game after Celeste. And they announced today that they're gonna be buffing Thea some more, which is honestly kind of insane because she's really good. Like I did a video a while back about how Thea's better than Martha in a lot of situations, which I'll probably link at the end of this one because I think it's a good one to feed into. But yeah, like that's super interesting. But let's tab over so we could talk about it. All right, so here's what it says. As many of you turned out to be right in your guesses, Thea will receive a visual update and you will be able to see it this week. Not only Thea's appearance will change, but also her skills. The cooldown of Healing Beam skill will be reduced from 13 to 10 seconds, and the same Solar Sanctuary skill will become slightly more effective from the earliest levels to restore more health, and leveling up the skill is twice efficient. Like I said, when they buffed her like 2 years ago, they pretty much doubled the power of Solar Sanctuary already, or made a big boost. It was said she became quite a lot more effective already, and then they gave her the Ascension abilities, which were really good. But it's like, I don't know, they're really pushing Thea. Maybe it's because she's kind of like the third hero you get in the game. Like they give it to you very early. She's one of the OG heroes. Like in case you don't know, like I'll have to talk about this, but she used to be named Solana, and she used to actually be like a unicorn. So it's not the first time they changed her appearance either. But it says that she's getting a visual update. First and foremost, Thea's changes will affect her appearance, summoning animation, and the casting of Solar Sanctuary skill. Thea's actions will become even more spectacular and detailed, and the use of the skill will be accompanied by an animated video. Does this mean there's going to be a trailer, or is there going to be like a whole video that plays every time you use the role? Because that could get kind of annoying if you did it, unless like I don't know, that's kind of a weird. I assume they mean there's a trailer, but how the sentence is constructed is odd. I just like that. Like, yeah, I don't know if there's like a whole video that plays every time she uses her ult. That would be kind of weird. Yes, I'm thinking there's just gonna be like a trailer, not like every time she uses the ability. Anyway, Thea's lines will undergo changes. The upcoming update will be better emphasize the heroine's individuality and place the dominion. Does this mean like her place in the line, or does this mean like her lines in the story? Because she talks a lot during the campaign in the early chapters. Is this what they mean? Like she will talk, like how she talks will be different. Like I'm not 100% sure what this means. If they mean her position in the line, or they mean like her actual dialogue in the game in the early chapters. Among other things, with Thea's update in the game, there will be a dedicated musical composition for her. You'll be able to listen to it in the hero menu. Like, this is like, I don't know, like it's just some said all these changes will better reveal Thea's story and personality as well as make her a lot more relevant and modern. What do you think about these changes? Share your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, like super weird, but let's go tab back to the game. I guess we can show off the thing. Yeah, just can't tell too much from this thing. I guess they're gonna change her hair color to be more light brown instead of yellow. In her default skin at least. We'll see what they do, but let's go back to the game. All right, but yeah, so Thea, let's go pull up Thea since we can. Let's go look at her, how she is right now. Thea's gonna be towards my top because Thea's pretty good. Like I said, so she has the Solar Sanctuary skill. It does 65% of her magic attack plus 8,000. Like it used to be like 40%, I believe. I believe this was 30%. This was 40%, and they buffed her 2 years ago to be 65 and 55, which were huge bonuses to her. And then they gave her a bunch of Ascension abilities. After Thea uses Healing Beam, the allied target takes 50% less damage for the duration of 5 seconds, and then Solar Sanctuary exceeds allies' max health conversion shield absorbs all damage. Like these are both really good. Like Thea is pretty much the second best healer in the game after Celeste. Like certainly PvP. I mean, I see her quite a bit these days. I say so she's really good. She also has some decent skills. Like I said, she has the healing things. Vow of Silence. This one, if you can land this, especially if you have Mara patronage, this can pretty much be game. But Otis Serenity usually gets in the way. But this one right here, Second Wind. This is a really good ability, like Pesa Passive Haste. It's a passive SOS haste. So if your hero drops below 30%, they gain a 55% haste. And like this works even if Thea dies. Like it's just a passive. This has a lot of synergy with Ju in particular. Like you'll see like Thea Ju. Like, cause Ju a lot of times, like when he's trying to clutch out or whatever, he'll be at critical health, which means he'll get this extra 55% speed bonus. And that ends up stacking with his own speed bonus. So this, like I said, so a lot of times Ju plus Thea can be really hard to stop. Like even like if you kill the rest of the team, that Ju will have that speed bonus. But Thea's been a pretty good package for a long time, and the fact that they want to buff her even more, like I said, it'll be more healing on her abilities. Like more healing here, faster cast here. So she'll use this more often. This also means that her mitigation buff will come up a lot more often, like with her Ascension. So if she's using it so she's using it every 10 seconds. So she'll have this thing, like if she uses it on the tank most times, so a tank will be taking half damage pretty much half the time now instead of like a third of the time. So that's going to be pretty big. I don't know what else will change, but her skins, like her default skin, this is probably what they're gonna change, like her appearance. Like, so her default appearance, like when the game first launched, though, she was actually like more of a unicorn. She had really long hair. She had a horn. She had like hooves instead of legs. Like I said, she was definitely more of like a unicorn's character. And all these other skins came like after they changed what she looked like, I think. Though the crown here kind of like a throwback to that, I think. But if you ever looked in like the campaign though, her card, like the actual card in the campaign, like if you go to like episode 1 of my Let's Play, you'll see that she actually still has long hair in like the campaign when her portrait comes up, even though the horn's been removed, she still has the long hair there, which is super interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I hope they don't like totally like remove all the old stuff. Like, I mean, this skin, I don't really like care for that. So I always thought skin was kind of ugly, but this skin just feels this a bit weird. But I always liked this one. I always thought that was good. This one's actually pretty cool, but it's health, and I kind of avoid leveling health on things. But there you go. This has a unicorn horn thing too, like kind of like a throwback to how she used to be a unicorn. Like that was kind of her theme. Like if I can find a picture of that, of what that looked like, I'll put that up here. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, does Thea need more buffs? I mean, because Thea is just really good. Like, she has really good healing. Like, she also buffs, oh, I forgot, she also buffs magic defense, which I assume won't change. Assuming none of these will change, but we'll see. She's been a magic defense buffer since they've added artifacts to the game. Like I said, she is one of the original 17 heroes and pretty much like the original like healer. Like when the game released, the only other heroes who could like do any healing of other characters was Mojo and Phobos. And I don't know if you know this, but Mojo and Phobos are not particularly great healers, but they were really the only other options outside of Thea. So Thea was always like the OG healer. Maybe that's what they want. They want Thea to take her place back as the best healer in the game. Anyway, not too much more to say on that. If you want to see my video, though, where I did the Thea versus Martha, you can find that below. Thanks for watching.